This is James with Gulf Coast Clock Company, about to do a mainspring end replacement. You can see here, this tip of the mainspring is torn. Over the years of winding, mainsprings being in not so great condition, it's just gradually started to tear. Out of the three mainsprings, one's in good shape. That's not this one. This has a slight bubble to it as well. It's the chime spring. Ironically, the biggest spring. The chime spring actually looks pretty good. You can flatten that out. That's not so bad. So this one's torn. This one's iffy. And this one's just fine right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a new hole on here so as to prevent this from breaking off and catastrophically exploding on the inside of the clock. That would not be very good for your fingers. It would be good for the clock. That's just a lose-lose scenario. So we're going to take the temper out. This mainspring has been hardened in the manufacturing process so as to give it the spring-like qualities that make it very hard and very difficult to work with. Now, the very end of this has actually been softened through heat, something we call annealing. So this steel has been annealed with heat. You can see the color shift right here where it goes into the heat-treated and mechanically processed spring. So what we're going to do is we can't change the mechanical properties of it, but we can change the heated qualities of it. So we're going to take the temper out just to give ourselves a little bit more to work with. I think actually we probably could put a new hole here, but it starts to get pretty hard right there, so I'm just going to back that down with the torch ever so slightly. Kids, don't try this at home. Got to get this steel red hot. I say cherry red. See the color shift down on the bottom side. And then just kind of back off a bit slowly. Let it gradually cool down. If I were to quench this, that would end up having an entirely different effect. It would harden the steel. But we're trying to make it just a little bit softer. We're going to cut this end off right here, and we're going to take a hole punch. We're going to put a new end in. So that's at least the first half of it.